Lisa? Hey, I'm Joel Roth. Are you Jew? Okay, I talked to you yesterday. Sorry for your loss, because I know you were a long time. Thanks for following over. I won't hold it against you. You will hold it against me. You got here, because I know you were a little concerned. Yeah, that was the funniest thing.
I have a folder, please.
Sitting there, I had no clue how to tell you to get here from downtown to here. It's like all I could say was it was just fun. Oh yeah, that's where you are. I know you said downtown, but I didn't know where. Yeah, that's right. And I wouldn't have imagined it still took 40, 50 minutes. So, how long did you know art? I understand it's a really long time. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the rabbi that we appreciate. What's his name?
Business is okay. What were the dates on there? Hey, good to see you.
That's why I got a good report about it.
He gave you, he told you?
All of that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll see you again. But I'm going to write this one. I'll get to it.
Well, you did read my feed.
Wow. Yeah, why would you? Yeah.
David, so the camera is here, I see.
You're live.
So is it on now? Let me ask you a question separately. I want to do a Kufura.
Mali is 1968, right in 1968. 1914, 1968.
So Mali had a
director.
great meeting with Mr. Delves.
She's very director.
And Rachel Cranston is next to her.
How many siblings did he have? How many siblings did he have? What?
Siblings.
Siblings.
Five?
And he was the youngest of
He was
five? He was the baby of five.
That explains. I say that as a
Sick from Sonny.
Wish you would have gone somewhere else. You got a better place to tell you why. I want you to tell what I want you to do. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
Yeah.
A little warmer?
This is tomorrow.
I'm gonna go back to the bar with tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to begin the service of Mr. Arthur O. Silver. Rabbi David Oler will be officiating, but we want to, for those of you who are online who can't see where Yehuda is, this is where his parents are, directly, literally 10 feet away, and so that's how close he is. For those of you who are here, please take a moment to be sure that your cell phones have been turned off. And in keeping with the tradition, you see a traditional aron. Mr. Silver dressed in the appropriate garb. He had a tahara, tachrichim, and there's an Eretz Yisrael in the aron. And in just a moment, we're going to begin the sacred funeral ceremony. We gather together, sharing our sorrow, to bid farewell to Art Silver. We recall the blessing of his life. Thank you. We are grateful for the precious memories which shall endure. What though the radiance, which was once so bright, be now forever taken from our sight? Nothing can bring back the hour of splendor in the grass, of glory in the flower. We'll grieve not, rather find strength in what remains behind. And the primal sympathy which having been must ever be, and the soothing thoughts that spring out of human suffering, and the faith that looks through death, and the years that bring the philosophic mind. We meet here today to celebrate the life of Arthur Silver, to express with love and caring how much Arthur meant to us. We meet to support one another, to affirm life, to affirm that Arthur was important to us. We join together to express our love, to share our loss as we celebrate his life. Mizmor David, Adonai mi yargu b'halecha mi yishkon b'har kadshecha. Olech tamim u'foel tzedek v'dover emet bilvavo. Lo ragal al lashono, lo oso l'rehu ra'ah, v'cherpo lo nasa al krovo. Nivzeh be'einav nimas, v'yet Adonai yichabed. Nishba lo harav v'lo yomir, kasbo lo natan v'neshech, v'shochad al naki lo lakoch. Ose eleh lo yimot liolam. O Lord, who shall dwell in your sanctuary, who shall abide upon your holy mountain? He who lives with integrity, does what is right, and speaks the truth in his heart, who has no slander upon his tongue, who does no wrong to his fellow man, who does not reproach his neighbor. Join together in reading the 23rd Psalm, which you will find in the second page of these brochures. Together. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Mizmor David, Adonai ro'i lo echzor bin odesha yarbitzeni al mei menuchoti nahaleni. Nafshi yeshovev, yancheni b'ma'aglei tzedek l'ma'an shemo. Gam ki ilech b'geitzal movet lo iroro, ki ato imodi. Shiftecha umishantecha emo yenachamuni. Taroch lefonai shulchan neged sororoi, Ishanta v'Hashem en roshi, kosi rivaya. Ach tov v'chesed yirdefuni kol yemei chayai, Shishapti b'beit Adonai le'orech yamim. The separateness, the uniqueness of each human life is the basis of our grief and bereavement. Look through the entire world, and there is no one like Art Silver, whom we have now lost. But he still lives on in our memories, and though no longer a visible part of our lives, he will always remain a member of this community through the influences he has had and the special part he has played in your lives. Fear not death. We are all destined to die. We share death with all who ever live, with all who ever will be. Death is better than a life of pain and eternal rest in constant sickness. As a drop of water in the sea, as a grain of sand on the shore, are man's few days in eternity. The good things in life last for limited days, but a good name endures forever. Life was very difficult for Arthur for the last several years following his stroke. And now he's finally succumbed. Art had been a strong, robust man all his life. Very handsome, attractive, and it took a lot to bring down this strong individual. He fought hard to resist. It was painful for all those who were close to him to see him struggle. And it's been hard for all his dear ones to let him go. He was married to Judith until she died more than 15 years ago. He took very good care of her. For the last number of years, he was very close to Sharon Abrams. They nurtured each other, and she took very good care of him. She really was present for him in every way until the very end. Art was close to his nieces and nephews and their families. In fact, even other people, friends, referred to him as Uncle Art as a result. Art had very many friends. He was dedicated to his own personal growth and his own efforts to becoming the best human being that he could be. He was also very helpful in a similar regard to others in their pursuit of similar goals, which Art inspired them toward. Art was a very successful businessman, a leader of others. He developed leadership programs, in fact, to help others, to help them in honing their leadership skills in particular. Art was a highly regarded and beloved mentor, coach to many, many people. He completely exemplified what it means to be a mensch, a refined person. He took great, great satisfaction in his role as a businessman and as a leader in the business world. In fact, he worked hard well into his 80s. Art had a great sense of humor, and he was a fantastic joke teller. He was truly a warm and embracing man for those with whom he came in contact. Art was a sweet, wonderful presence, and just a terrific friend and mentor to be with. So we today are left with the memories of this very special, unique individual. And it's our task to keep his memory alive by continuing. I mentioned how he had inspired so many. We need to continue to let ourselves be inspired to be more and more like him in our daily dealings, trying to be nurturing to others, trying to be supportive to others, welcoming others with warmth and caring. May his memory truly in that way be a source of blessing, an ongoing source of blessing in our community as he was when he was alive among us. When evening twilight fades away, the stars, invisible by day, shine forth against the darkness of the night. So too at death of one we love, in the darkness of our sorrow, the light of his life shines forth, clear and bright, warm, radiant, and steadfast, lighting our way, lifting our spirit and our courage, a memory, an influence, and a presence to be treasured to the end of time. Please stand. El molei rachamim, shochein bameromim, hametzei menucha nechona, tachat kanafei hashechina, v'ma'alot kidoshim utahorim, kizor rakia mazirim, et nishmat Yeshaya ben Yaakov Koppel, shehalach liolamo, v'gan Eden tehemenuchoto, ono bal rachamim, hasirehu b'seiter kenofech liolamim, utzror v'tzror chayim et nishmato, Adonai hu nachaloto, v'yonuach b'shalom mishkavo, v'nomar Amen. O God, exalted yet full of compassion, grant shalom, perfect peace in your sheltering presence among the holy and pure, to the soul of Arthur Silver, who has gone to his eternal home. Master of mercy, we beseech you, remember all the worthy and righteous deeds that he performed among us in the land of the living. May his soul be bound up in the bond of life. The Lord being his portion, may he rest in peace. And let us all say, Amen. Amen. For those of you who are joining us online, his niece and Don, we're going to place ceremonial earth from Israel, from Har HaZeitim. And the rabbi will continue with the Kaddish, and then everyone's invited to place some earth into the grave. The tradition is to place 3 measures of earth without handing the shovel from person to person. And memorial contributions in his memory to the Jewish United Fund of Metropolitan Chicago would be appreciated. That information you'll find on the service folder for those of you who are present. And for those of you who are online, you can find that information on our website.
The first part of the burial consists of earth from Israel, as was mentioned.
Hi, I'm Eve Muchnick, Eve Cranston Muchnick, Uncle Art's great niece. He was a beloved part of my family. He sat at our Shabbos table and our Yom Tov table for Pesach Seders and for Rosh Hashanah, and came for Sukkot. And he played marbles with my son, and he played and talked to my daughters and shared in his life of growing up in Albany Park, and from very simple and basic upbringing. And he was a very humble man, and he loved our family and as is his own. And we will miss him very, very much, as we've missed him over the past years since he's had his stroke. And the place next to me at my dinner table no longer is his seat. As all of my extended family is out there listening and hearing, I know you've all had a special place in your heart for Uncle Art. And I think I could speak for all of us. Rest in peace, Uncle Art. We miss you very much, and you will always be in our hearts. Thank you.
Just a moment for those of you who wish to come forward to place earth into the grave. The tradition is to place 3 measures of earth without handing the shovel from person to person. Then we'll ask the gentleman from the cemetery to close the grave, and then the rabbi will conclude with the mourner's kaddish. Come forward, please. Either side of the mouth. Folks, if you want to come to either side of the mouth. The mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabo. V'yolem od yiviro chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayei chon v'yomei chon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ha'agolo v'izman kori v'yimeru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabo mivarach li'olam u'l'olmei olmayo. Yit borach v'yishtabach v'yit po'ar v'yit ramam v'yit nasei. V'yit adar v'yit alev v'yit halal. Shemei Kudsho Berichu. Ve'elo min kol birchoto v'shiroto. Tushbechoto v'nechemato. Da'amiron v'olmo v'yimeru amen. Yehei shalom rabo min shemayo. V'chayim olenu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav. Uyaseh shalom olenu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru amen. May the memory of Arthur Silver, whom we loved in life and still love in death, continue to bless our thoughts and our actions. Art still influences us through our memories of his acts of goodness. May the special grace of his long life reach out to touch our hearts and give us hope. We regard his life as a special link in the chain of vital existence. May we honor him always with the gift of remembrance, and may the beauty of his life abide among us as a loving inspiration. And let us all say, Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the service online. And thank you for joining us. And this concludes the services here.